Okay, hello guys, welcome back to another video. It's pretty early in the morning. It's yeah. Okay, so there's a pretty interesting setup arising from the northwest part of the U.S. Coming in from Canada. So yeah. Hold on, I gotta get this thing out. Okay, so we have all of this cold air that will be rushing in from Canada or Alaska, actually, because it kind of does do that sometimes. And there's winter storm watches here. Wyoming got a bit of snow. I don't think Colorado did. I honestly don't remember if they did or not. Let me actually open the otherwise really quick. Cool. Yeah, okay, so they're now upgraded. So it's winter storm watch now, winter storm warning, winter weather advisory, Okay, so yeah, there's just a whole bunch of advisories right now. And even Washington has some, but mainly Idaho and Montana are having these. I'm pretty sure most of these ones are on like the mountainous kind of areas, but this one's actually a little bit lower. This one I'm pretty sure is on the mountains. This one is part mountains, but not too much of mountains. Okay, so 5,000 feet, 3,500 feet. So, sorry, I keep yawning. So I don't really think any major cities around here are probably gonna get any snow. That'll probably be for later in the year. But we will have to see, what could happen here in a little bit. Some rogue waves. So yeah, but these two are already winter storm watches, but these are for 2 days from now, in 8 days, I guess. I don't really know why, because they're not close, but the temperatures are decently high. They're not super high. Yeah, I mean, they're definitely above 30. Over here it's 30, 20s. Okay, so yeah, so you can definitely see there's a big cold air blast right here. You can see 13 degrees, which is in the mountains, 19, 25, 27, 30. Yeah, so all this will be blowing down in the U.S., which will be, the first big Arctic blast other than the one from Wyoming. So, I mean, you can just see, like, how strong this one gets as this, continues to run. I mean, it doesn't, like, get much stronger than what it did, but it does linger, and it goes all the way down into Texas. But we are supposed to have a separate cold front that's really strong, and you can see it's right here, which there could be, a possible chance of small storms along here. Not a very high chance, though, but it's possible. So there'll actually be two cold fronts in this one right here, which you can actually see very good, kind of, and then you'll have this, more dominant one right here. Texas won't cool down as much, but during the night, though, it's gonna probably get down in, like, the, parts of, like, the 40s, potentially. But mainly the 50s. Like, maybe the low 60s to the mid 50s are possible. Let's look at these snow cover totals. So yeah, I mean that's pretty good. I mean it gets all the way down to California, New Mexico, parts of Arizona, which obviously this model will change, but it has been showing this kind of thing for a little bit now. Montana, Idaho. See, like that's a good amount of snow for a pretty big area. I mean, it's up to 35 inches, probably for the mountains. If I'm gonna be honest with you. Let's see about the European models because they usually show something different. Yeah, so it's still New Mexico, not Arizona, but this model run also doesn't go as far. So let's go back to GFS because I want to see that storm. Okay. I mean, that is a pretty strong snowstorm, actually. Like, if it whenever after it goes back up into Canada, I mean, that's some pretty heavy snow right there, and then you have lingering snow behind it. And it definitely is having that's a pretty strong low. That's a kind of strong. That's actually closer to high, and that's closer to high. But that right there, I mean, that's a pretty prominent freaking storm right there. I mean, that'll be a strong storm right there. I mean, that's pretty good. But yeah, I mean, we could probably see what's going on. 33 degrees, so that's not super cold. It'll probably warm up then. Snow, yeah. Do. Looks like temperatures are gonna be high. Alright, let's see that storm that goes all the way down into New Mexico and Arizona, which is around like here. Let's see if that storm. It seems like that could be a storm from California's coast, but here's one right here. Texas almost gets snow with that one. Okay, there it is. Okay, so it's this longer form one. It's also part of a low. But you can see that storm band from that cold front. You can see it right here. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a cold front for sure kind of storm. And, yeah, because that's definitely a low. Could be a pretty crazy thing. Let me actually go up to upper dynamics here. Pretty sure. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Wait, no, it's not. Jeez Louise, hold on, give me just a second. I have to find it again. There it is. Okay, my bad. Okay. I mean, that's a pretty good trough right there. Well, that's an even better one. And these troughs do kind of like disappear a little bit. But this is actually the cold front right here. I'm pretty sure. And then this is another trough. It's just so weird because I'm pretty sure it actually goes like this. But the temperatures don't drop like a whole bunch for Texas. They only get down to like, the 60s and the 50s and maybe the 40s if you get lucky. Louisiana will get colder than us, for sure. It's okay. This one. Yeah, this one shows definitely another pretty strong boundary right there. So, wait. Okay, this one goes to 360 now. So this one will load more. Yeah, that's a pretty good trough. I mean, it goes all the way down through Florida. I mean, It's definitely a separation for sure because of, this one, but, you still got stuff right here as well. There's just a lot of stuff that goes on right here. Surface, yep. This one shows a lot of ice. This is a slightly older model run of the European. Still goes into, it's definitely agreeing with GFS. So this could be a major snowstorm right here. So we will have to definitely watch this one. Two models are agreeing, and they're both agreeing pretty far out. We'll have to definitely watch this one. All these storms are literally gonna hit tomorrow, so it said Sunday, and tomorrow is now Sunday, so we'll definitely have to watch this one for sure. I'm gonna actually go back to GFS and see if it shows any ice. If it shows ice, we're gonna have to do a separate video for that. It does, but it's very small amounts. Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. Let's go check out Alaska really quick. See how much. I'm gonna see if whoa, that's a lot of ice. I'm gonna see how much snow they're gonna get before we get ours. Yeah, that's pretty typical for the mountains. In the north, obviously, we'll get snow. But I want to see this cold front, because it does come from Alaska, I'm pretty sure. Temperatures, which I'm going to have to zoom out for. I'm going to have to go to continental. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm watching up here right now. I'm going to see if it wants, if it's going to come down from there or not. So, let's just see. Yep, sure does. Cheapers. North America, regional. Yes. Huh. Now it's showing a different temperature. Oh wait, no, it wasn't. I was just going too fast. But yeah, I think that cold front will definitely probably bring us some rain for Texas. If y'all do live here in Texas, we will more than likely will be getting snow during this cold front, which would be not snow, rain. Before Halloween. Okay, I don't know if this is true. There's no way Texas is getting snow in freaking October. So do not trust that. Because there will not be any snow in October. If it even does, it's going to last like 2 seconds before it melts. And it's actually probably ice. Actually, it's a chance, but it's definitely going to melt right whenever it hits the ground. And it will only last probably about 5 seconds before the snow turns into ice or rain. So I actually wouldn't be too happy about that, but okay. But yeah, Houston is definitely going to be warm. Dallas is going to be warm. Further up north you go, obviously, or actually northwest, cooler it'll get. Okay, let's see if it shows that little tiny snow pocket. It probably does. Oh, it actually does. Oh, 1 inch. Oh, 2 inches. Wow, that's literally going to last 2 seconds. I'm not trying to burst y'all's bubble in Texas. It's not, I think we can all agree that it'll probably only last about 2 seconds. It's just so weird because none of this model run was here earlier. Unless if they just updated it. Which they probably did. No, I guess not. Okay, maybe I'm blind. I don't know. I'm gonna have to rewatch the video, but I don't think he was showing that earlier. But, yeah. You know what I need to really check is wind chill. I think that's what I need to check. And also for the temperatures again, because I think I did it right. Temperature anomaly, which should be at the bottom. Yep, there it is. Okay, yeah, it's a pretty big cooldown right there. So we'll be in the warm sector for a while, and then that cold front will hit, and then it'll drop everything. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty strong, cold area. I mean, negative, 26 and 24 from the average temperatures, which is usually around 80 to 76. I mean, that gets it down in the 50s, so that's pretty good, actually. And then in Mexico, it gets down to negative 32 below temperatures, which is good. Let's see what the forecast says, because they usually don't say anything about this. No, wait, is it content? No, it's this. Yep, there it is. Okay, so 8 to 4. Yeah, okay, so it is cooling down now. It was pretty hot, but it actually it's starting to cool down a lot more now because this cold area over to the west is definitely getting cooler over here, and it's starting to push down into Texas and the rest of the U.S. pretty much. So that's good to see. And our rain chances should go up. Yep. Okay, so everything is going to be decent for Texas if you do live in Texas, which I doubt anybody does that's watching other than a few other people. But it's good that our temperatures are now finally starting to drop, and hopefully it will stay dropped. So that will be nice. If y'all have any questions for me, I'm not going to do these tropical storms right now because they're really weak and I'm not too worried about them. And it's going to miss the island, so yeah, I'm not too worried about that. Whoa, I've never seen a storm. Oh yeah, the nor'easter. Oh wait, I can't broadcast that, never mind. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I had to talk about today is pretty much those. Alaska will also have a winter weather advisory. Isolated snow showers. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. If y'all have any questions or concerns, talk to me. If y'all want to hear about that flooding, which I'll actually show y'all right now. Well, first I need to look at this. Cool. Okay, let me actually show y'all that flooding that, freak, or was it drought? I guess this maybe. Nope. Okay, I'm gonna have to go to Weather Prediction Center. Okay, no, they're all slight. I'm pretty sure, yeah, okay, so it's for this, and then that area over there. Definitely stays. Okay, so they also had something for snow, which were all high as well. So we're gonna check this out really quick. Yes, I mean, they're definitely showing snow is 100% possible, pretty much. It's gonna stay high until October 14th, which is literally 3 days from now. So, lingering snow will probably be there, but what about freezing rain? Okay, freezing rain does upgrade on October 14th, probably because the temperatures warm up just a little bit. Let's go to snow. Okay, so that's for 1 inch. What about 4 inches? Okay, that's still pretty high. I mean, that's at 60%, but 8 inches. It's a little lower. 18 inches is at 0. Okay, so 12 inches has a potential. So people could possibly get a foot in Washington, but it will be at a 5%, so do not trust that. But 1% though, I mean, this is pretty much all over. So I mean, yeah, I mean that's pretty good. A lot of the U.S. Up here, I guess, it will probably get snow. So that's good. I remember whenever all of this was down here this year on January. But yeah, I think that's actually it now. Probably gonna have to do some editing, but it's okay. Anyway, well, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, concerns, please comment on my videos and ask me a question. If you need any more updates for specific things, I'll gladly help. Try to forecast things for y'all. But other than that, I hope y'all enjoy y'all's Saturday. And I'll see y'all next time.